the mobilizer of the magnifier, ATIKU Abubakar.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, Governor Charles Shamudo, Your Excellencies, Governors here present, our dear Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Many people may be wondering, why would I pay a visit to an ABGA governor in Anambra State? Just want to make it very, very clear, that my relationship with Governor Soludo and many other people as well from this part of the country is beyond partisan politics. Our relationship are born out of sense of patriotism and also a commitment to undertake reforms in our economy and also in our country. And these objectives are beyond party politics. I think there should be a consensus on how we move forward as far as the challenges of this country are concerned. So I want to say that Governor Charles Soludo is a partner in that respect, and therefore it is my singular privilege and honor that he's receiving me, in the government house today. And I think that is the kind of politics we should aim to achieve in this country. In spite of our party differences, there should be some national core values that we should all agree to implement if we have the opportunity to do so. So, Governor Soludo, on behalf of my entourage, I want to thank you very much indeed for going beyond party differences to accord us this opportunity to pay you the courtesy.
People from this part of the world, Southeast, as you know, as your party knows, there have been this agitation. The people wanting this. Or people also felt who got to be president. I'm sure that's why the Mazi contested and so on and so forth. But beyond that, you don't necessarily, even if you are not number one, we want to be in the sitting room, in the bedroom, and so on and so forth. We want to be in the bedroom where this conversation is had, because ultimately, politics is about what? Development. And we want this place to feel part of that development. That since the Civil War ended, there was one promise that was made, one arrow that we are yet to come to, and which is reconstruction. That's the only arrow. Reconciliation and the other arrows, but the Marshall Plan that had to come. I'm glad the second Niger Bridge is coming, but the federal highway constructed during the Shagari era, more terrible. What was the last ever built? Enugu Onisha, Enugu Port Harcourt. These are the two highways. This year, I've been here for a few months. We're spending a few billions on federal roads just to fix basics. Flooding comes, sweeps off more than almost 2/3 of.
Wow. This is Reverend Dr. Daniel Enyanibe Michael. I want to say clearly that watching what is happening politically in my own country, Nigeria, from afar, has actually saddened my heart that Mr. ATIKU Abubakar could come all the way from the north to Anambra State to solicit for the support of the Anambra people, despite the fact that it is Southeast turn in his own party, PDP, and despite the fact that this is 50-something years after the Civil War ended in 1970. And you know that the scriptures say that Jubilee is, yes, 7th year times 7. That means that it is 49 years Jubilee. But now, the Civil War had ended since 1970, and 2023 will be 53 years. Will be 53 years. The Igbo has entered into their Jubilee. The Igbo has entered into their Jubilee. Let me just read for us a little bit of what happens during the Jubilee. It says there in Leviticus 25, look at it there, 40, 41 or 41. And then shall he depart, whoever it is that is held down by his brothers or by creditors or by whosoever. He said, the person shall depart from thee, both he and his children with him, and shall return unto his own family, and unto the possession of his fathers shall he return. So this is called the Jubilee year. The Jubilee year is a year of return, the year of release. It's a time when no matter what is the situation, God sets you free from all adversaries and adversities. The Igbos are set free by God himself. Listening to what the Governor Soludo has said and what ATIKU Abubakar has said here, it beckons the question, Mr. ATIKU Abubakar, why are you not afraid to come to the Southeast at such a time as this to ask for support for you, and not for you to support the Southeast, whose turn it is? Whose turn it is? You see that? Both spiritually and constitutionally, it is the turn of the Igbos. You know, your constitution in the PDP says the Southeast should produce the president, and the spiritual constitution, which is the Holy Book, says that this is the turn of the Igbo Jubilee, that the Igbos should return and the Igbos should be given their portion, that even the years that have been taken away from them must be returned. So your journey to the Southeast, to Anambra, where you know that a son, an Igbo son, an illustrious son of the Igbo, His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi, is from Anambra State, and he is the person in right position, very capable, with character, with learning, with capacity to take over after 8 years of President Muhammad Buhari. Is that not fair enough? Why do you want Buhari to hand power over to another Muslim from Fulani extraction when the Igbos have not even recovered? Just like what Governor Soludo said, the 1 hour reconstruction has not taken place in Igbo land. My dear, I think, Mr. ATIKU, as a counselor, I advise you to your best interest and to the best interest of our country, Nigeria, to support the candidacy of Mr. Peter Obi. In September 2021, I had this dream revelation of a well-known northern contender. Well, it is the same Mr. ATIKU Abubakar, who after a heated attempt, several attempts, decided to throw the ball to the south. Spectators were all applauding till that ball came to the south and came straight to the southeast and fell into a safe hand, and we were all jubilating because the contender could no longer contend. And this is the reason why I'm advising Mr. ATIKU Abubakar that in that revelation, he was the contender, but it was made known to him that you cannot contend this matter because it is a jubilee for the Igbo. It is a time of restoration, a time of reconstruction, a time to wipe the tears of a people that have been beaten, that have been robbed, that have been dejected. You cannot subject the Igbos further. It is not going to happen because power has already left the north and power has come to the south. and it is in secured hand. May the Lord bless the new Nigeria. May the Lord bless His Excellency Peter Obi, whom the Lord has chosen for this great assignment of rebuilding a whole nation from the north to the south, from the east to the west. A new nation is in the offing, a new Nigeria. Amen.